Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to show you how I generated over $847,000 in high ticket sales in just 6 months, all while working from my laptop. 2 years ago, I was working 60 hours weeks at a hotel in Dubai for almost $250 a month, answering guest complaints at 3 a.m. and living paycheck to paycheck despite having a good job. Today, I work 24 hours a week, earn more in a month than I used to make in a year, and I've helped other women build the exact same skill. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to break down the exact framework I use to generate these results. Not a theory, but a step-by-step system you can replicate, even if you have never made a sales call in your life. So, if you have ever wondered whether women can truly succeed in high-ticket sales, or if you are tired of trading time for money in a job that doesn't fulfill you, this video will change everything you thought you knew about what's possible. Before I show you the numbers and the framework, you need to understand where I started, because it's probably exactly where you are right now. 3 years ago, I was living in Dubai working for a large Italian tourism company. From the outside, my life looked incredible. I was living in one of the most beautiful cities in the world, working for a prestigious company, earning what my family considered good money, but the reality was completely different. I was working 55 hours every single week. I couldn't take a vacation without anxiety about work emergency. And I was fixing client complaint at 3 a.m. during the night because that's what dedicated employees do, right? And despite earning almost $3,500 a month, which sounds kind of decent, I was living paycheck to paycheck. After rent, bills and basic expenses in an expensive city, I had maybe $200, $300 left at the end of that month. But the worst part was not the money, it was the feeling of being trapped. I knew I was capable of more, I knew I had skills, but I was stuck in a system where my income was kept, my time was controlled, and my potential was limited by someone else's ceiling. And then one day, a colleague mentioned something that changed my entire life trajectory. She said, I heard about women making 30K per month selling online programs for other companies, and it's called high ticket sales. At first, I thought it was another online scam, another make money online scheme that would waste my time and money. But something inside me said, just research it. So I spent weeks consuming every piece of content I could find about high ticket sales. I watched videos, read articles, studied successful closers, and I discovered something that shocked me. This was not a scam. This was legitimate high-income skill that companies desperately needed. They were willing to pay premium commissions for people who could master it. So I made a decision that terrified me. I invested money I didn't really can spend into a high-ticket sales training program. My family thought I was crazy. My friends said I was wasting money. Even I questioned whether I was making a massive mistake. But I committed. I studied every single day after work. I practiced role plays. I recorded myself, listened back, and improved. And after that, I started working as a phone setter for a company my mentor connected me with. In my very first month, while still keeping my main job, I earned $800 in commission. That moment changed everything because it proved that this wasn't theory, it was real, and I could do it. Within 3 months, I was making around $5,000 a month in commissions, more than my full-time salary. Within 6 months, I hit my first 10K per month, and within a year, I closed my first $25,000 per month. And over the last 6 months, I've personally closed $847,000 in high-ticket sales revenue, earning almost $100,000 in commissions while working fewer hours than ever before. Here is what's even more important than the numbers. The reason I'm sharing these numbers is not to show off, it's to show you what's truly possible when you understand the system. Because here is the truth most people don't tell you. High ticket sales is not about being pushy, aggressive, or manipulative. It's about mastering a framework that turns conversations into transformation. As a woman, you can actually have a massive advantage in this industry if you know how to leverage it. Let me break down the exact framework I used to close $847,000 in 6 months. Pillar 1. the feminine energy advantage. When I first started learning sales, every training program taught the same thing. Be assertive, control the conversation, push for the close, overcome objections with force. And as a woman, especially one with an Italian accent and imperfect English, I felt like I was trying to be someone I wasn't. Then I discovered something that changed everything. Highest performing closers in high-ticket sales are not the loudest or the most aggressive ones. They are the ones who build the deepest trust, and women are naturally better at this than men. So studies show that women have 18% higher close rates in consultative sales because we excel at active listening. We hear what prospects are not saying, not just what they say. So we have empathetic connection, we create safe spaces for vulnerable financial decisions, collaborative problem solving, we guide instead of push, emotional intelligence, we read between the lines and address unspoken concerns. So instead of trying to sound like an aggressive male closer, I leaned into my natural communication style. I asked deeper questions, I listened more carefully, I validated emotions instead of dismissing them, and I built trust before I even mentioned the price. And my close rate went from 15% to over 40% within 2 months. Pillar 2, the discovery mastery system. Here is where most closers fail. They jump straight into presenting the solution before they understand the real problem. But the secret to closing high-ticket deals, especially as a woman, is making the prospect feel deeply understood before you even pitch anything. I use what I call the empathetic discovery framework, a series of questions designed to uncover the current situation reality. So for example, where are they actually at right now? And then more in depth for the pain point. So for example, what's the real cost of staying where they are? Desire clarity. What do they truly want their life to look like? Obstacle identification. What's been stopping them from getting there? Decision timeline. What happens if they wait another 6 or 12 months? Let me show you how this sounds in a real conversation instead of, so, why are you interested in our program? I ask, tell me about what's been happening in your career lately that made you reach out to us today. See the difference? One is surface level, the other opens a door to real conversations. So when you master discovery, the prospect literally tells you exactly how to close them. They reveal their deepest fears, their strongest desires, and their decision-making criteria. And then your job becomes incredibly simple. Reflect back what they told you and show them how your solution solves their specific problem. Pillar 3, the soft power close. This is where everything comes together and where most women think they will struggle but actually excel. Traditional sales training teaches closing techniques like aggressive tactics designed to pressure someone into saying yes. But in high-ticket sales, especially in 2025, that approach kills trust and destroys close rates. Instead, I use what I call the soft power close, a framework that guides prospects to make empowered decisions without feeling pushed. Here is how it works. Step 1. Permission-based transition. For example, based on everything you have shared, would it be helpful if I walk you through exactly how we could help you achieve their specific goal? Step 2. Customize solution presentation. Connect every feature of your offer directly to their stated pain points and desires. Step 3. Future pacing. For example, imagine it's 6 months from now and you have achieved your goal. What does your life look like? Step 4. Investments reframe. Here you can say, when you say think about investing X to solve your problem and achieve your goal, how does that feel? Step 5. Empowered decision. What feels right for you? Should we move forward together, or is there something we haven't addressed yet? Notice what I'm not doing. I'm not using pressure tactics, artificial urgency, or manipulation. I'm simply guiding someone through a decision-making process that helps them see clearly whether this solution is right for them. When you do this with the genuine care and expertise, people don't feel sold to, they feel helped. Pillar 4, the objection dissolution method. Now, even with perfect discovery and the soft power close, in some cases you still get objections. That's normal and healthy. But here is where women have another massive advantage. We are naturally better at handling resistance with empathy instead of force. When someone says, I need to think about it, or I can't afford this right now. Most closers go into combat mode. They fight the objection, try to overcome it, push harder, but I use the empathy bridge method. Step 1, validate. I completely understand this is a significant decision and you want to make sure it's right for you. Step 2, clarify. Just so I can best support you, when you say you need to think about it, what specifically are you thinking through? Step 3, manage root concern. Handle the real objection, not the surface one. Step 4, reframe. So say, what if we could solve your concern? Would that change how you are feeling? Step 5, collaborative decision. Let's figure this out together. What would need to be true for this to be a confident yes for you? When I started using this approach, my objection to close conversation rates went from 10% to 35% because I stopped fighting prospects and started partnering with them. These 4 pillars, so to recap: feminine energy advantage, discovery mastery, soft power closing, and objection dissolution, are the exact framework I used to close $847,000 in 6 months. And they are the same pillars I teach inside my program for women who want to build this skill from scratch. Once you learn how to sell, everything changes: your confidence, your income, and the way you see yourself. Because high-ticket sales is not just a job, it's a complete life transformation. When you master this skill, you gain financial freedom. You earn based on performance, not hours worked. You earn time freedom. Work 20, 30 hours per week instead of 50 plus hours, even if you have a full-time job. Then you gain location freedom. You work from anywhere with Wi-Fi and a laptop. Then you have skill appreciation. It gets better and more valuable over the time, and at least unlimited income potential. This is what my life looks like now. I work from my dream apartment in this city I love. I travel whenever I want. Maldives, Zanzibar, Monaco, Italy to visit my family. I go shopping without checking prices. I help my family financially. I invest in my future. And I do all of this while working fewer hours than I ever did in corporate. But I want to be completely honest with you about something important. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not passive income. This is not to work 2 hours a week and make $50,000. High-ticket sales is a real skill that requires a real effort to master. In my first 3 months, I spent 2-3 hours every single day practicing. I recorded myself on roleplay calls and listened back. I studied successful closers obsessively. I failed on calls and had to learn from those failures. There were moments I really wanted to quit, moments I doubted myself, moments I thought maybe I'm just not cut out for this. But here is what I learned. Every single successful closer goes through this phase. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up is not talent, it's commitment. So if you are someone who's looking for easy money or overnight success, this is not for you. But if you are someone who is willing to commit, show up, practice, and invest in yourself, if you are tired of trading time for money in a job that doesn't fulfill you, if you are ready to build a skill that gives you complete financial freedom and location freedom, then what I'm about to share could completely change your life. So let me tell you about the Ladies Closing Society, the mentorship program I created specifically for women who wants to master high ticket sales. This is not just another online course where you watch videos and figure it out yourself. This is a complete transformation system where I personally guide you from zero to your first 10K per month. And I don't stop working with you until you get there. When you follow the proven process, attend the coaching calls, practice consistently, and apply to position through our network, success becomes inevitable. The only question is, are you ready to commit to your own transformation? Now, I know some of you are thinking certain things right now, so let me explain them clearly. But Melanie, I'm not good at sales. I've never sold anything before. That's what literally every woman says before they start. And here is the truth. You don't need to be good at sales. You need to be good at conversations. And if you can talk to your friends, understand their problems, and give them advice, you already have the foundation for high-ticket sales. The framework I teach you handles the rest. Maybe you can think, What if I don't have time? I'm working full time, studying, have family responsibilities. I get it, because personally I started while working full-time jobs. I committed 2-3 hours per day, early mornings, lunch breaks, evening after work. This is not about having 10 free hours per day. It's about being strategic with the time you do have and staying consistent. The women who succeed are not the ones with the most free time, they're the ones who make it a priority. So, if you're ready to learn this skill, create freedom for yourself, and build a career that genuinely excites you every single day, click the link in the description and book a free strategy call with me. On this call, we will understand your current situation and your goals, see if my program is the right fit for you, map out your personalized path to your first 10K per month, answer any question you have about the program. There is no pressure, no pushy sales tactics, just a real conversation between two people to see if we should work together. If you are watching this video and you feel that voice inside saying, "This is my moment," listen to it. Your future self will thank you for the decision you make today. Because here is what I know for certain. 1 year from now, you will either be, first scenario, still in the same situation you are in right now, same job, same income, same feeling that something is missing, wishing you had taken action when you had the chance to. Or, second scenario, working from your laptop, earning plus 10K per month to 25K per month, traveling when you want, helping your family, living with complete time and financial freedom. All because you decided to invest in yourself today. The choice is yours, but I promise you this, the cost of staying the same will always exceed the risk of changing. Click the link in the description right now, book your free call with me or write to me on Instagram, and let's start building your freedom together. Because your dream life is not something you wait for, it's something that you have to create. Alright, that's it for today and see you in the next video.